and continue here and see what happens. But let's see if I can put a new link in the other stream so that you guys can find it. But yeah, I don't know, the internet, why does it do that? So it's not buffering at this point. Let me see if I can get the new link and add it to the old stream. It's Tobias here, Tommy's back. That's good. And see if that goes. So I put the new link to the stream and the last live one. So, hey Tommy, thanks for coming back. So I still got some build to finish here. So I wanted to keep going, and even if there's just a few of you, thanks for being here and coming back. So this is part two of the Tuesday evening. I'm back. Thanks, John Powell. Thanks, Tavia. And you guys are great. If I lost some of you because it was late, no worries. But I want to finish this bag 3. I've got this window and kind of corner section to build up, and I got this cool, the owl, the Harry Potter owl. I'm sure it has a name. See, this is how I don't know the Harry Potter lore. Actually, I put him on the tree here, actually. Put him on the tree. There we go. So yeah, anyway, this part of the build was super fun. And I don't know, I think a lot of builds, they don't seem that interesting. And then you open the box and you start Hedwig. Thanks, John Powell. You start Hedwig the owl. You actually start the build. I don't know, maybe it's kind of like reading a book. Sometimes I know I have to read a book or whatever, and I'm like, I don't know, just not interested. Then you start and then you find out how great it is. So these builds they've been in my backlog for a while, and because of maybe with all the hype over the summer of Star Wars sets, and then Lord of the Rings, which is a totally worthy theme to get hyped about, and then kind of where do I go from here? It's like these have been waiting, and at every level of this build has been just so cool. Whether it's the castle, the car, I think the car was bag 1, and then and then we got Hedwig over here, Hedwig the owl, and I think the astronomy castle, or the astronomy tower. The astronomy castle. Hedwig is in flight, man. So that one this Hedwig came in with the astronomy tower, and then here he's parked. And I know they did, I don't know if it's still out, if it's retired. Didn't they do like a larger, like big fig type of build, or almost like a UCS version of Hedwig? And I don't know if that set is still out, but yeah, I gotta look into this theme more. So if you like Lego, you like talking Lego, you like building Lego, thanks for coming back. This is part 2 of the stream. My internet connection froze, and so I had to restart. So thanks for coming back and joining. And here's our logo. If you like Lego, join our community, and thanks for being here and liking the chat. And if you like Lego to the point where you want to say what sets you like, or in this case Harry Potter being the theme, what's your favorite aspects of this theme and build, join the channel, like and subscribe, and try to live stream quite often. I want to say every day, but probably averages out to every other day. Like yesterday, we were on the road and as a family and visited a really cool art museum, and made me think of like, oh, this would be so cool, because it was antiquity theme in the museum, so like ancient Greece and ancient Rome, and it just made me think of like, oh, if Lego could do more of those, that would be That would be amazing if Lego could do some more ancient themes, like the Roman Colosseum that came out, that giant architecture set. I think it was architecture, or maybe it's icons that came out a while back. What if they did the Parthenon in Greece? They do have the Pyramid of Giza, or maybe did that retire? I should look that up. That was a set I was considering. But the Roman Colosseum one really made me appreciate that one. And they've got some other architecture sets, but not as old as that. Hey, Alexandria, awesome. We reestablished the live stream, and we got Alexandria here. Awesome. I think DNM might have signed off, but got the rest of you guys back. So thanks for being here. Successfully have placed on some more of the sticker here to add to the Hogwarts, or not the Hogwarts, the Harry Potter Whomping Willow build. And you know, if you're not a fan of Lego stickers, I do appreciate the design. The stickers aren't always fun, but these banners of all the houses of the Harry Potter School of Wizardry, these houses and their heraldry or their flags are so cool. The only problem is with these type of stickers, even though they look cool, it goes on the interior part of the wall here, and I don't want to mess it up because it's harder to reposition with it being kind of inside a sunken part of the Lego piece. But we get the, I don't know, it's not perfect, but it's there. So yeah, these builds are great. And so I don't have an X-Acto knife. I know some people have said that's the best tool to do Lego stickers. So again, so many different skill sets to these builds. I know other people have used different versions, even using soapy water and Windex and whatnot, which just, again, I'm like, I don't want to ruin the sticker. Let's see, John Powell says, I was doing inventory of Harry Potter sets earlier today. Amazed by all the sets I forgot I have. See, that's the, that is a true collection. So I knew I had these two in the backlog, but I have the clock tower or bell tower one, and honestly don't remember that one. So glad I have it. Tommy says, I think Tommy says, either has or there are 3 sets for Hedwig, 75979, 76466, and 76425. And let's see, Alexander says, I just finished building the new flowered love letter set. Awesome, Alexandria. So if you guys ever are inspired, please post your builds on our community page. Love seeing those builds that you guys complete. You know, especially, you know, you don't have to show yourself holding your set, you know, if you want to obviously keep the anonymity, if I can say that word. But yeah, if you ever get a chance, would love to see those completed builds that you guys do, especially because then I feel like, you know, we can share in our collections without all of us having to buy them ourselves. So this build though, and now it's this is going to be super fun now that I realize I do have the right series of sets. So foresight on my part, didn't realize I had thought this through already, but foresight on my part to have these that all connect together. Tommy says, to Alexandria, yes. John Powell says, I started building 12 Grimald Place. Hey, Amy, I might buy a 3D printer. Amy, did you change your mind on, I thought you were saving up for the Titanic, actually. The Shrieking Shack is next. So it sounds like, John Powell, you are pretty familiar with and have quite a collection of Harry Potter. So that is pretty nice, pretty sweet. And again, there are just these themes. I mean, all these themes are cool. I mean, these Lego themes are just the bricks, the design, putting everything together, seeing it all come to, seeing all these sections get completed and then come together in a, you know, a grander set. It's like Voltron, if you remember that old cartoon. But yeah, getting all these sets built up and then connecting them like the modular sets, but not having, you know, as huge a price range as the modular sets. Even with the, I think even with the, well, actually no, with the newer Harry Potter sets that are out right now, like the, not the hospital wing, but yeah, the new Great Hall version and the other sets, the other Harry Potter sets. Let's see, what are they? There's the hospital wing. That one's not as bad. That's $100. But then yeah, there's the Great Hall version, and what was it? It was the clock tower or the main tower. Yeah, those are a little bit above. Well, those are basically matching up with getting a modular set. So I can't say it's a less expensive or quote cheaper version. What about the Hogwarts Castle flying lessons build? It kind of looks like I was gonna say a castle guard tower. With that might fit in pretty well and connect with these builds here, because there's no underground bedrock to that one. So that might be cool. So yeah, the modulars are number one, then Harry Potter. Yeah, that makes sense. Plus a ton of Star Wars. So much. Of course, I say all this, and Ninjago City's still my fave, but these are great. These are great with the historic design behind it and everything. And like I said, for the Ninjago City theme, that goes back to some fun memories of building with my kids and enjoying that build for more than just the Lego aspect. But yeah, these Harry Potter sets. And I was thinking I was just doing one level here with this build, but yeah, I'm already adding this part here. You know, it just seems simple when you look at the pieces, but when they're all combined, especially with the mesh windows there, it's so great. You know, it just has that great Gothic medieval look to it. Tommy says, I want Hal's moving castle set. Oh, nice, Tommy. That would be amazing. You know, get into the Ghibli anime type studios. I was when I looked at the One Piece theme, a couple of those remind me of that, like the Howl's Moving Castle, especially the bigger set of it. Let me see. There are a couple examples of the One Piece series that remind me of that kind of idea of Howl's Moving Castle. Which one was it? Yeah, it was the Barity Floating Restaurant. That one. Just the design of it, and especially with I don't know if it's like the end of it with like a fish head, but yeah, just kind of that extreme kind of like non-symmetrical build. I'm trying to think of a way to describe it. Yeah, it reminds me of that, Howl's Moving Castle. John Powell says, actually the flying lesson closes up and has a rock base for the new castle. Oh, okay. So that one, yeah, that one made me think I would get that one by itself just because of the build and looking like a castle tower itself. Could kind of modify that a little bit and add that to a castle theme. So yeah, so if you can add the rock base for the new castle, that is pretty sweet. All right, now, again, just some fun side builds. A nice little bunk bed there. And you don't think there's room for it, but the platform is there already to place, again, some more fun practical dorm rooms. Each house of Harry Potter being represented here. And thanks, guys. All right, we got 4 likes, we got 5 watching, so maybe we can get 5 and 5. We get 5 and 5 for part 2 of this live stream. We got chopped up because the internet, I hate that it's so unpredictable. I don't know. I don't know how you guys are with your internet, but ours, it's not the most dependable. And I don't know if it's because we're like closer to kind of the outskirts of town, but there aren't really any options for internet other than one provider, and so we can't switch over to someone else, and makes it kind of annoying because they can pretty much raise their prices and there's no competition. I was almost thinking on the extreme end. I wonder how much Earthlink is. Is it Earthlink? No, that's old school. What's the one that Elon Musk has? It's Starlink. But yeah, I was thinking I might go. Yeah, Starlink. That's the one. I was looking up that one. I've seen them advertise, for like individuals, but I think it's pretty high up there. But I wonder if it's just amazing. I mean, they can pretty much link up any part of the world. They're helping out, those parts of the world where people get cut off by, well, with world events the way they are, people get cut off from official internet, and they help them keep their internet going. John Powell says, I've got T-Fiber and it's excellent. Yeah, if I look up other providers and then, you put in the area you're in, nobody is available, just the one we have. It's just a bummer. Drop Bear Brick says, good day. Good day. Sorry I haven't been on much lately. We have a week and a half left of school holidays and it's been chaotic. Hey, Drop Bear Bricks, thanks for being here, man. Building up Harry Potter and now talking about internet issues, because this is part 2 of the live stream. So I'm glad you made it and you found the one that worked. The other link cut me off. So Tommy says, Starlink says it's great. Yeah, it sounds like it would be pretty amazing. Like almost, almost a flawless connection, which would be pretty amazing. But we'll have to see how those prices work out, because I don't know, this has happened more than once. And if you want to keep the Lego connection going, the Lego community connection going, especially if I was, so like over the weekend I did a collab StreamYard version of joining in with Mayo and his live stream, and that was so much fun. Couldn't stay for obviously the whole time because he had a 24-hour one going, but man, that would be amazing to have like the best internet connection and not like do this unpredictable stuff. John Powell says, yeah, Starlink is probably your best bet. No doubt. I've seen them advertise. I don't remember the price range. It seemed fairly high, but I don't know. The one we have now is mediocre, and it's like they're charging quite a lot. So I'll have to check that out. We have Starlink. I'm in Australia, and we've had 0 issues. All right, I need to look at that, Drop Our Bits. Maybe it is more reasonable than I'm thinking. And then, yeah, I don't have to deal with, or if anything, I could use it as leverage and tell the other company, you know what, I'm bailing on you guys. You charge too much. Your service has been mediocre, and then maybe they'll offer to give me a discounted rate, which they do sometimes. But yeah, and then just go to Starlink. Save some money for about a year or so, and then go to Starlink. But yeah, and that one you can use anywhere, right? You can just take it wherever you are. It's not like locked into your house, which also is super convenient. I think like you might have to bring with you maybe a portable router, but I think I read that somewhere. Like it's something that you could definitely travel with, if I'm right. Tommy says, I have mobile Starlink in the woods and run internet and stream in my Jeep. There we go. Okay, so I need to look into this. I need to research it a little bit and see what I'm dealing with, because yeah, just, having different needs for it. Obviously, my kids use it quite often for school, and then just having so much going on with streaming and everybody using the internet once, and then it slows things down. I think it might be a good option. Hey, Godzilla fan, awesome. Tommy says, put in house or Jeep, goes anywhere. Yeah, that was the other key selling point. It is portable. So, yeah, especially if you're like you said, Tommy, you're out in the sticks, so to speak. You know, you're out far away from civilization and you need the internet for, yeah, just wherever, you know, you're using maps or whatever to get places. That's huge. And I don't think there's any shortage to how many satellites Elon Musk can send up, since he has the rockets to to do it himself. It's pretty cool, man. Oh gosh, what a business guy. I don't know how to, yeah, just all around, just that guy's got all kinds of cool stuff going on. Drop Bear Brick says, my husband has mobile Starlink for his truck, and as he works away a lot, we have a wired Starlink dish on our roof, though technically we could have it sitting on our lawn and wired in too. Okay, I'm glad I mentioned it because it sounds like you guys got a lot of experience with it. John Powell says, I had Comcast Xfinity for 20 years, but prices just kept going up, so switched to T-Fiber. That was the hope. You know, would have a second option. We do not have any option. We have gosh, what do we have out here? Now I can't even think of the company. Oh my gosh, what is our internet? Anyway, I need to see about this Starlink option. I think that would be pretty sweet. Godzilla fan for life. Love it. Godzilla fan for life is here. Tommy says you can call with your phone. Nice. I could run 10 streams, no problem. Why don't they link that up here? I mean, we have in our town, we have quite a lot of different variety of businesses, and or maybe it's just in my part of town, because we have a university here. There's a private university, and there's some good sized businesses. It's not like there isn't a customer base out here, so it might just be this part of town. But they've done some development out here. They're building like new homes and everything. So I don't know why one company has the monopoly on this area, but they're getting, I don't know, they're just not dependable. And I don't know if that's because of just the climate or whatever, but it seems like now especially things could be improved. I mean, there's just a constant need for better internet. Come on. And this is cool. All right, so I got anyway, going back to the Lego build, I got a cool swivel thing going on here on this tower. So that looks cool. And I'm actually gonna finish this whole second book of instructions plus bag 3, which makes me happy because it was a mess sitting on the table here with all these random little pieces. And if it lasts out here for a long enough time, things are gonna start, I don't know, they're just gonna disappear. They'll get lost, table will get knocked into, especially these clear round little stud pieces like this. These things will disappear on me. And whoops, once you drop that on the floor, it's pretty much lost forever. So it looks like I didn't realize those things have a little insert, so I put in a plume or a feather. So yeah, again, just a fun little build, appreciating the Harry Potter look of everything, and even a mop to throw in there. And now we have a home for Hedwig. So Hedwig does not go on the tree. He goes at the top of this mini tower here. And give him a roof. So there's Hedwig all parked on the top. And got to give him some, add the structured funnel piece here to this tower here. And I'm glad these Harry Potter sets give extra of these antennae or the top of the spires, because I've lost a few on the big Hogwarts castle. And you know, if you want the set to look complete, you got to have those in the right place. So more commenting on before on the Lego space pieces from childhood. Fun to see these again in the build. Harry Potter and classic space. Who would have thought? Something like a Gothic 500-year-old structure requiring a space-looking build set to complete the build of something centuries older. Now, and I don't think I skipped anything. These are some fun extra pieces to have from the bag 3 of this. You got the antenna, got some clear pin pieces and some slope pieces, and I love these kind of emeraldy diamond type things. You can use those in any type of mock you want to build, so throw those in there. But there we go, bag 3 all set. Looks really cool. So now we've got, we've got several minifigs, and we've got the Whomping Willow tree and car, and we got bag 4 and 5 left. So Godzilla fan says, I was searching for a YouTuber that will be a friend. We're all good people here, says Tommy. Yes, sir. Well said, Tommy. Yes, we all like to help and answer questions. Godzilla fan says, hey, Brick Therapy, I'm new here and I subscribe to your channel, so don't mind me. Godzilla fan, as Tommy said, we're all good people here. Thanks for subscribing, Godzilla fan. Thanks for catching the second half of the live stream. And I think the fun part is John Powell reminded me of this, and it's good to show it off one more time before I sign off, that these are all gonna connect. I was saying how these Harry Potter sets are a good alternative if you can't afford modulars, but you still want something pretty sophisticated. Eventually, all these builds will connect together. So the astronomy tower, let's see, that goes here. We have this build here, the Great Hall, and then the Whomping Willow in between, and then there's the clock tower here. I think that's what's over here. So these are sets that are retired, but I think I have them all. So I wanted to start getting these all put together, and then of course share with you guys on the live stream. Oh, and of course you can't complain, a chocolate fountain from the astronomy tower build. So thanks guys for joining me on part 2 of this wonky live stream with the internet interrupting, but now I need to look into Starlink. I need to look into that. Thanks for being here, guys. Have a great rest of your Tuesday evening or start of your Wednesday.